All right, so government class. Kind of a unique assignment today. It should be really pretty easy and hopefully, kind of fun. We have been talking about the two political parties the last couple lessons. So, like we talked about what do each of the political parties believe, right? What are some of the issues that they've grabbed hold of, and what do they believe on those? And then yesterday we looked at why do we have only two major parties, and what type of person in America tends to vote either Republican or Democrat. And so we're going to go past that a little bit today and dig deeper into who votes Republican and Democrat because I think it's really important to understand this, to understand our politics and our government and voters and elections. All right, I mean, it just doesn't make sense necessarily, elections and issues and all that, if you don't understand the types of people that tend to vote for a certain party and specifically why do they do that. Okay, they don't just wake up one day. Somebody doesn't wake up one day and go, I'm going to vote Republican today. All right, or they don't just come to an election and they say, you know what, let's flip a coin. Oh, Democrat today, okay. All right, like there are definite issues and reasons that people have for why they vote Republican or Democrat. So, two parts of the assignment. Neither one of them is all that difficult. The first is you are going to need to create with a simple drawing, or some of you might be a very complicated drawing if you're a good artist, a fictional Republican or fictional Democrat. Okay, you don't need to do both. Do not do both. Do one or the other. And you need to try to get as many visual clues in your picture as possible. All right, so you're going to have to reference the lesson from yesterday, and maybe you go back to your chart in lesson 31 and see like, okay, what types of people tend to vote Republican? What types of people tend to vote Democrat? And then figure out a way to visually represent that. So, again, I'm not an artist. You guys know that. Here is mine. Okay. And, the sunlight's kind of having a problem with it. Okay. So there we go. So this is my drawing. I've got a young lady, okay, down here, and she works at McDonald's, right? Welcome to McDonald's. So you can assume, of course, she's probably lower income, and she's young, okay? And over here, I've got the big city in the background, and I've got a sign just to specify in case you couldn't tell, welcome to NYC, right? Welcome to New York City. So visually, I've represented several features here of someone who would likely be a Democrat, right? Someone from an urban area, somebody from a city, somebody who's younger, okay? Somebody who is female, someone who has a lower income, and a lower education level. So right there, right, just a very, very simple picture, I've narrowed it down, I think, with 5 factors why this person would probably be a Democrat. Okay, and again, probably, right? I mean, I don't want you to stereotype and all of a sudden walk down the street and go, oh, young female, Democrat. Oh, old white dude, Republican. Right? I mean, these are just stereotypes, but they're useful to understanding politics and political parties and elections in the United States. Okay, so that's the first part. You need to do what I did and visually show a fictional Republican or Democrat with factors that would give somebody a clue as to what they are. All right, second part. You then need to think about your fictional person, right? So, all right, my fictional person, okay. What issues would then drive that person to vote Democrat, right? She's not a Democrat simply because she's young, female, has a low-paying job and low education, lives in a city. It's that the Democratic Party has certain issues that they've embraced that she cares about, okay? And you need to find 2 issues, and you need to then explain why your voter identifies with them. So let me give you one that's kind of obscure that you probably would not choose from. In the assignment tab, I've gave you a list of probably easy issues that you can choose from. But here we go. The issue of taxing the rich. Okay? Well, why would my voter, or why would a Democratic voter, because the Democratic Party wants to tax the rich, what type of person does the Democratic Party attract because of their stance on taxing the rich? Well, very clearly, they immediately, right, grab people that are of lower income, right? I mean, come on. Nobody actually wants to pay the taxes. Somebody would always rather have other people pay the taxes. So they naturally attract lower income. Tied into that, lower education, and minority groups. Okay, again, it's not a racist comment to say that minority groups in America make less than whites. And so right there, boom. Now, my voter doesn't happen to be a minority. I didn't say she was a minority. But very quickly, I can see by looking at one specific issue and what the Democrats think about it, I've identified very easily 3 groups right away that would naturally gravitate to the Democratic Party because of their stance on taxing the rich more. Okay, and you need to do that for 2 issues. You could do it for abortion, same-sex marriage. You could do it for gun control. You could do it for capital punishment, right? I mean, the list is quite extensive, right? And I provided you a list of pretty easy ones. But you have to explain for 2 issues why certain voters go to a particular party because of that party's stance on one of those issues. All right, have fun. You may want to obviously take a picture of your drawing and upload it to either Schoology or share it with me via email. That's probably the best way to do it. So have fun. I'm ready to be obviously blown away by your artistic ability because mine is just terrible. So I'll leave you final note just so you can have a final laugh at it. There you go. All right, there's Mr. Stanton's potentially best artwork he's ever done.